I give you the top tips for getting the best out of your barbecue this summer, and at the end I'm going to give you the Simon's 8 top barbecue secrets. You don't need to spend a fortune on a barbecue. Get one that fits your budget. The rest will fall into place. Ensure that your meat is at room temperature before you even think about putting it on the barbecue, and sprinkle it liberally all over with salt and pepper about 10 minutes before you cook it. If you do it too long, it starts to cure it. Doesn't matter what cut of meat you use. I'm using prime rib, and that is always a showstopper. But a lot of people love eye fillet because it's super tender. Again, plenty of salt. I'll talk about salts a little bit later in the video. But you can see I'm really generous here because you're going to lose a little bit on the grill when you cook. To purchase my steak from a butcher where we can talk with the butcher about the thickness I'd like it cut, because in the supermarket they tend to cut them just a little too thin. Never pierce a sausage when cooking on the barbecue. If you do, the fat drips out, catches fire and burns your sausage. And meat on the grill and leave it undisturbed for a minute before turning. Then turn every minute or so until you've achieved some enticing caramelization or Maillard effect. If your meat is on the thick side, regularly turning helps prevent it catching and burning. Always move your meat if yellow flame leaps up at it from the barbecue. This means the fat has caught fire. I suggest start cooking your steak or chicken or whatever on the hot part of the barbecue to start off with. Get both sides nice and crusty, then move it to a not so hot part of the barbecue. Below I'll put a list of all the degrees of temperatures, internal temperatures you need to cook your steak to achieve blue, medium rare, medium, etc. The barbecue doesn't have to be a total meat fest. I've got some portobello mushrooms cooking there with some parmesan cheese on top. I've made a white bean dip filling to put in there. There's all sorts of things. Ever tried cooking beans or asparagus on the barbecue and they disappear down the gaps? You've got to fish them out. Try rolling them up in some coppa di Parma, serrano ham or bacon or prosciutto, and then cook them like that. They won't escape on you, and they'll be delicious. A dry Indian rub on some fish fillets, Moroccan seasoning onto some lamb cutlets, some fig stuff with some goat's cheese and wrapped in bacon and cooked on the barbecue in some tin foil. And artichokes cut in half and wrapped in a rash of bacon and grilled. Or some dates that have been wrapped in pickled vine leaves and grilled. Or bacon with some goat's cheese in the middle. Some skewers with veggies on there. Some pears grilled on the barbecue. Blue cheese gorgonzola, butter on top of your eye fillet once you cut it in half. Just some butter and gorgonzola and finely chopped herbs mixed together, and you get that beautiful butter. Drizzle some extra virgin olive oil around on the plate. That's going to make things saucy and delicious. What about a hamburger? I like to do hamburgers on the barbecue, and this little girl loves them too, I can promise you that. I find the trick, extra 5% magic, drizzle your bun with a little olive oil and steam them before you grill them on the barbecue. Or maybe your favourite tomato sauce with some smoked chipotle Tabasco in there. You name it, you can do it on a barbecue. Grilled lemon on the barbecue with chicken or even with steak is fantastic. Some sage leaves brushed in melted butter and grilled on the barbecue where the steak will be delicious, the sage will go crispy. The best cuts to cook on your barbecue without doubt: ribeye, Scotch fillet, sirloin, rump, T-bone, eye fillet, boneless leg of lamb, lamb cutlets, chicken thighs. They're going to be sure winners. For my top 8 barbecue secrets: always dry your steak before seasoning. Number 2, rub Worcestershire sauce on the meat. Number 3, melt some butter with some smoked chipotle Tabasco and then paint it on things whilst you're cooking. Number 4, always let meat rest for 10 minutes. Number 5, Be sure to slice against the grain, and if you slice it thin, try it in tacos. Use a good salt. And here's how you make the fig stuffed with goat's cheese and wrapped in bacon. You can see it being done. Number 6, a thin slice of garlic, very thin, with a leaf of sage and a piece of soft butter under the skin of a chicken thigh before cooking. It's a sure winner. Number 7, a charcoal barbecue. Don't overcrowd the grill. Leave plenty of space between each piece of meat so oxygen can reach the charcoal. Number 8, dry rubs made of spices, herbs, salt and pepper work best. Finally, team, always stay focused. Food can go from charred to burned in a heartbeat, so don't get distracted. Like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.